The storm had been raging for hours, a curtain of molten ash and shattered glass from the atmosphere's upper currents, shredding the remains of what used to be the Helios drop zone. I was the last human left stationed there, or at least the last fool who hadn't taken the evacuation shuttle when the comms went dark. The galaxy had long since moved on without us. The human colonies, the old Earth alliances, all gone. Scattered. Forgotten. What was left of our kind worked as mercenaries, scavengers, or ghost engineers like me, repairing what alien war machines left behind. That night, I was sifting through the debris of a crashed Alarian skimmer, a silver serpent of a craft, when my scanner caught movement. Faint, irregular. A life sign. At first, I thought it was just another dying soldier. I'd found dozens before, and mercy, in the frontier, meant giving them clean endings. But when I cleared the burning hull, what I saw made me freeze. A woman, no, an alien woman, lay half buried in the metallic sand. Her armor shimmered with residual plasma, each plate glowing faintly like trapped starlight. Her breathing was shallow, her silver blood soaking the dirt. I had seen her kind before. Alarians, the ruling race of the Dominion, conquerors of 10 worlds, sworn enemies of humanity. And yet she was unarmed.
Dying.
Her lips moved as I knelt beside her. "Don't let them find me," she whispered, voice broken and melodic at the same time. I looked around. No one else was there. Just fire, smoke, and the eerie silence that followed planetary bombardment. "I'm not with them," I said softly, pulling open my medkit. "Hold still." She winced as I pressed sealant foam into a deep plasma wound near her side. Her hand shot out, gripping my wrist with surprising strength. "You're human." The word hung between us like a ghost. "Yeah," I muttered. "Last time I checked." Her eyes, crystalline and faintly luminous, widened, and for a moment I thought she might try to kill me. But instead, she just stared, as if seeing something impossible. "They said your kind was extinct." "Rumors," I said, focusing on stabilizing her. "We're like cockroaches. Hard to kill." She let out something between a laugh and a groan. "Then maybe I'm lucky one found me." When I was done, she was breathing normally again. The storm had eased, and I helped her to her feet. Her armor hissed as its self-repair nanites came online. "What's your name?" I asked. "Lyra," she said after a pause. "And you?" "Evan." She looked at me for a long moment. "Thank you, Evan." That was the first time she said it, "Thank you." And somehow, even surrounded by ash and ruin, it didn't sound like words from a conqueror. Middle, the weight of secrets. We took shelter in the wreckage of an abandoned outpost, deep in the canyons. The lights flickered from an old fusion cell I scavenged, and for a while, we sat in silence, just two survivors of a war neither of us started. Lyra's wounds had mostly sealed, but her energy levels were dangerously low. I rationed what little I had: protein packs, filtered water, a thermal blanket. "You're far from your lines," I said finally. "Ilarian officers don't crash this deep into human ruins by accident." She hesitated, fingers brushing over a cracked emblem on her shoulder plate. "Not all battles are fought with soldiers," she murmured. "Some are fought with truth." That didn't make much sense to me then. She caught me studying her armor. "You think I'm your enemy," she said. "I know you were supposed to be. And yet you saved me." "Reflex," I said. "You were dying. Doesn't matter whose flag you bleed under." Her expression softened, almost curious. "Your people were known for that once. Compassion." "Were." I smirked bitterly. "Guess that's another extinct thing, huh?" That night, as she rested, I connected the outpost's comms relay to my portable unit. A weak signal, alien frequency, pulsed in the static. There were search drones combing the region. They were hunting someone. When Lyra woke, I told her we needed to move before they found us. But she didn't seem afraid, only thoughtful. "Evan," she said quietly, "if we are found, say nothing. Not a word." "Why?" "Because you saved me," she said. "And I would rather die than let them make you pay for that." Her tone sent a chill through me. Later, when I dozed off, I woke to see her staring out the viewport, her armor faintly aglow, her hand tracing strange runes across the glass. They weren't battle markings. They were symbols of mourning. She was whispering names that sounded human. That's when it hit me. She wasn't just running from a crash. She was running from something bigger. 3 days later, the drones found us. The sound of their approach was unmistakable, the sharp, harmonic whine of Alarian interceptors. I grabbed my plasma rifle, but Lyra grabbed my arm. "Don't," she said. "If you fight, they'll kill you on sight." Kind of used to that by now. Before I could argue, she stepped out into the open. Through the haze of dust, I saw 5 Alarian soldiers in black armor descend from a skimmer. Their commander barked in their language, weapon drawn. "Lady, no, High One," one of them stammered when they saw her. "You survived?" "High One." The title struck like lightning. Only one being in the Alarian hierarchy bore that honorific royalty. Lyra ignored them and turned back toward me. "Stay still," she murmured under her breath. "Please." I didn't understand, but I froze anyway. The soldiers approached, scanning me with visible disgust. One of them raised his weapon. "Human filth." "Lower your gun," Lyra said. He hesitated. "My queen, this creature." I said lower it. They obeyed instantly. And then, as the stormlight shifted and her insignia glowed fully for the first time, every one of them dropped to one knee. My breath caught. She turned to me, expression unreadable. "Evan, there are things you were never meant to see." Middle, the Queen's truth. That night, we were escorted to a massive warship that hung low in the clouds like a sleeping god. Its hull gleamed with black light, and its gravity field bent the air itself. Inside, alien architecture rose around me. Crystalline halls, flowing symbols, and silent guards who refused to meet her eyes. Lyra, Queen Lyra, apparently, moved through them with quiet authority. No crown, no ceremony. Just the weight of command that seemed to radiate from her presence. She brought me to a private chamber overlooking the stars. "You must be wondering," she said. "You could say that," I replied. "Last I checked, I pulled a soldier from the mud, not a monarch." "I was both," she admitted, "but not anymore." She removed her armor piece by piece, and beneath it, scars. Not of battle, but of restraint. Energy burns. Shackles. "They turned me into a symbol," she said. "A face for their wars. When I refused to burn another world, another human colony, they tried to erase me. My own council shot down my ship." I stared, stunned. "You helped the enemy," I said quietly. "I helped the innocent," she corrected. "But to them, there's no difference." Her eyes, those strange, luminous eyes, met mine. "And you, Evan, you helped me. You didn't even know who I was." "Didn't matter." "Exactly." She smiled faintly. "That's what makes your kind dangerous. You act on empathy, even when it costs you." I looked out at the galaxy through the viewport. "So, what now? You go back to your throne? Declare peace." Her voice softened. "If I return, they'll kill me, and anyone who sheltered me. So, what are you saying?" "I'm saying," she whispered, "I need an ally. Someone who can remind my people what mercy looks like." For a long moment I said nothing. Then I held out my hand. You already have one. Her fingers brushed mine, and something passed between us. Not power, not magic, just understanding. And in that fleeting silence, for the first time since the fall of Earth, I didn't feel alone. Ending the bow. Weeks passed. Together, we moved from world to world, her in disguise, me as her mechanic, rebuilding old beacons and sabotaging Dominion channels that spread lies about humanity. Everywhere we went, people whispered rumors of a ghost queen, a leader who defied her own empire to save the weak. But the Dominion finally caught up to us. We were cornered in the ruins of an orbital refinery, surrounded by soldiers loyal to the Ilarian regent, her usurper. I told her to run. She refused. This ends here, she said. They must see I live, and that I stand with you. Lyra, they'll kill you. Then let them try. The battle that followed was chaos. Energy blasts tearing through steel, smoke and screams mixing in the void. I covered her as long as I could, but there were too many. When I fell, I thought that was it. A pulse shot hit my chest, and the world went white. But then I heard her voice, clear, commanding, impossible. Enough. The entire field froze. Every Ilarian soldier, every machine, stopped mid-motion as if caught in time. Her body radiated light, pure energy cascading through her veins, her eyes burning like twin stars. Lay down your weapons, she said. The war ends now. And one by one, they obeyed. When I came to, she was kneeling beside me, holding my hand. You can't die, she whispered. Not after giving me back my reason to live. Her tears, faintly glowing, fell onto my skin, sealing the wound. I didn't know Ilarian tears could heal. Maybe they weren't supposed to. Then, in the silence that followed, I realized something strange. Every soldier in the field had bowed. Not to their queen. To her and me both. Because in that moment, they didn't just see a monarch. They saw something the galaxy had forgotten. Human mercy made divine. Epilogue. What came after? They said the Dominion fell within months. Without bloodshed. Without revolt. Just quiet surrender to something greater than fear. Lyra rebuilt what was left. A new council. A new code. One that forbade the annihilation of weaker worlds. And me? I stayed by her side, repairing what was broken, ships, hearts, empires. Sometimes, when the stars reflect off her armor and she smiles, I still remember that first moment in the ashes, the dying woman whispering, "Don't let them find me." I did more than that. I found her, and she found what humanity had always been meant to be.